Okay, so as we dive into this session on gaining entry to what we call your customer's castle, the Profit Center Manager, there's a key principle we have to understand first. And that principle is unfortunately we've been trained in one language and our Profit Center managers speak a different language. What do I mean? Well, think about it for a moment. What is the international language of business? And by the way, it's the same whether you do business in the US or Canada or the UK or China or Japan or Malaysia or Australia. It's the same language. It's universal. It's the language of finance. It's the language of numbers. It's the language of percentages. It's the language of time and all of its impacts. And yet, if you think about it, what language do we as salespeople learn? We learn features, product features, service features, benefits, technical attributes, technical capabilities, all designed really to speak to whom? To speak to, yes, one party who may be buying, which is your technical or your user. But at the end of the day, are they the ones ultimately making a decision? The truth is, no. The ultimate decision-making power lives with the Profit Center Manager, and we go and speak to him, and we speaking Japanese, and they speaking Swahili, and then we wonder why we don't. Then we wonder why we're not cracking it. So the first thing we have to do is we have to understand some of the core basics of the language of finance. And by the way, if you do know those basics, then great. Then that's the language you need to speak to your Profit Center Manager in, because that's the language he or she best understands in order to make a decision.